Well guys, 2025 is almost over. It's been a great year for new tools, and I just wanted to show you 15 of my top tools that have either changed the way that I work or changed the way that I organize tools. These are tools that I either purchased myself in 2025 or was sent, so let's get right into it. First off, two of the things that have really changed the way that I work are from Veto Pro Pack. In fact, one of my loyal subscribers, Matt HMM, sent me the SPMC bag, which was one of the free promotional bags that I did not receive because I had purchased one of the open SBLD bags. And so I was able to try this out immediately, realized how useful this is because it's so versatile with these magnetic side pouches that you can change around however you like. It's a perfect size bag for 99% or maybe 90% of the tools that you're going to be using on a job. You can even carry your impact driver, especially the 12-volt ones fit nicely in there. And this has really changed the way that I work myself. Also, the SC45 pouch, which is kind of like my first line of maintenance or diagnostic pouch. If you see my loadout on this, I can carry a small meter, some basic little hand tools that can allow me to access things to diagnose, especially electronic components and things like that. Really has changed the way that I work, even without the included tool pouch. This is super versatile, definitely worth checking out. Hopefully they'll continue with this magnetic pouch design. I'm really impressed with it. Another system that has changed the way that I work and the way that I organize tools is the Klein Modbox system. In 2025, I started to invest in their accessory rails, some of their accessories, and then finally I got the hybrid toolbox, which to me is a great design. I really like the rail attachments. I think they have one of the best accessory options on the market for rolling toolboxes. Also, the Klein Connect system, which we're going to be talking about later, is very compatible with all of this. Nice system. Can't recommend it enough. Might be the best value for you if you haven't already gotten into another system already. Definitely worth checking out. Now let's talk about some hand tools, especially ball grip screwdrivers. The Klein Sure Grip screwdriver definitely took YouTube by storm, as well as the rest of the internet. And you can see why as soon as you have it in your hands. It's a great design, solid lockup, accepts any 1/4-inch bit. Very heavy duty built and comfortable to use. But before the Klein screwdriver, I actually purchased the Annex number 397 ratcheting ball grip screwdriver and had already become accustomed to using this. This also accepts any 1/4-inch bit, but it gives you the added feature of a ratcheting mechanism that you can easily finesse with 2 fingers while you're securely holding the screwdriver in your palm. It also has an easy to access side switch that offers really nice lockup, makes it feel like a solid screwdriver. If you haven't tried a ball grip screwdriver, this is probably one you want to check out. Definitely worth getting. But while we're on the topic of that, this year I finally decided to get the Vessel USB 220 screwdriver, and it really has changed the way that I work. I always liked electronic screwdrivers, but didn't care for a lot of the designs that were on the market. I still have my Skill 4-volt that I use just for taking off switch covers and outlet covers and things like that. But upon the recommendation of Morgan's Maintenance, which a lot of these tools came from him, I finally decided to pull the trigger on this, and it really does make you more efficient. It's easier on your wrists, and it has pretty impressive features for the price. Definitely worth checking out. This is the Japan version. There's also a US version that you can look into, but definitely try to get one that's USB-C rechargeable if you can. They're more modern and more useful for us. Another tool that really has made life convenient is the Sandtronics non-contact voltage tester. This is the Model 3115. I love this because it fits in any tool pouch, even in slots that really would only hold a marker or a pencil. Great size. I might upgrade to the model that has sound one day, but this has been really great. Very useful and light for your tool pouch. Another tool that has really changed the way that I work is the Icon slip joint pliers. I finally decided to get these when they became available to me locally. I find myself using these so much that I actually want to purchase a second pair for the garage, because I found out that this is one of the best options for grabbing, twisting, pulling out difficult objects. It gives you great access and it's nice and strong. Really like these. I modified mine with heat shrink handles, so definitely something to consider. But if I buy one for the garage, I'll probably leave the stock handles on there just to let you guys know. Great tool. I don't mind that it's from Harbor Freight. Now let's get into some Klein tools. One of the Klein tools that impressed me the most this year is the slim forged wire strippers. I got to use this pretty extensively on a job recently, and it has every feature I want basically. No compromises, nice sharp cutters that can cut even MC if you want to with these, even though it says cut copper only. I think they're a perfect size for slipping in a tool pouch. You can even slip them in the front of your Veto pouch if you want. They're nice and easy. If you don't need a super heavy duty option, which you usually don't for wire strippers anyway, definitely worth checking out. These are available at Lowe's. They're a good price and nice and comfortable to use. While we're on the subject of Klein strippers, I also picked up the hybrid 8-inch strippers this year after watching many videos on them, and these really can replace a pair of lineman cutters for most people, unless you need a 9-inch pair of lineman pliers that give higher leverage. These are a really great option. They're still pretty lightweight, which I appreciate, and they fit in a tool pouch even better than a traditional pair of linemen's because they're so slim. These are made in the USA. I hope they don't phase these out, but you can find them on clearance at Lowe's right now, and of course they're available on Amazon and online. Another Klein tool that really has changed the way that I work is their new Impact 11-in-1 screwdrivers. I have the ratcheting version, and I like this so much because you can completely customize the screwdriver any way that you want. I have the flip socket on there, and it holds an ECX bit or a combo bit. So versatile. If you pair this with the Connect system, one of the most unbeatable systems you can use. If you just want to carry a few tools, it gives you a lot of options. Definitely worth looking into. They have completely revolutionized the 11-in-1 game. Another great tool that I picked up from Klein Tools this year. It's not a brand new design by any means, but it's the 2-in-1 insulated multi-driver. I've really fallen in love with this because it's a light package. The driver bits on it are superb. They're great for accessing devices and even working on devices while they're live. It's easy to keep in your tool pouch. This is a great option from Klein. And then the last tool that we're going to talk about actually rides in my pocket every day pretty much, unless I'm at work. And this is the O-Knife U1 mini box cutter, what do you want to call it, utility knife. I love this because it's so small, it's fun to flip around and play with, and it rides in my pants, whether I'm wearing pajama pants or anything at home, because it's so light you forget it's there and it's so convenient. I use it all the time. And then one honorable mention that I just picked up recently is this Hyper Tough cart that's compatible with their HyperStack system. On the recommendation of Morgan's Maintenance, once again, and some of his viewers, I decided to pick this up, but I just got it recently, so right now I just have my tools stored on here, but I think it's really going to make it nice for when I want to load this up and go to a job site and have all of my Veto bags, some of my favorite tools, accessible right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my top 15 tools. I've reviewed a lot more tools than that in 2025, but these are the ones that really have changed the way that I work and that I really enjoy using, and I'm going to continue using into 2026. So I'm excited to see what that brings. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.